Hi everybody, it's Lynn here, the Golivegranny. I live in Ryde on the Isle of Wight, and today I want to bring you a review of something I went to see last night. We have a new community hub type building that has so many different things in it. You know, that's what I'm calling it, a community hub. Lots of things in there, including a theatre. And this is amazing because it's just a stone's throw from where I live. And it was so easy to get to last night and to get home from. And last night I was privileged to watch a show called Ubu, King of the Isle of Wight, and it was so funny. This is the programme. The show was put on by the Horsebox Theatre, which was created by Joe Plum, who was the king of King Ubu. And it's based on something that was written by Alfred Jarryd back in 1896, or it premiered in 1896. So let me read you. Alfred Jarryd was a French writer, playwright and philosopher, best known for his creation of the absurdist play Ubu Roy, otherwise King Ubu, which shocked audiences upon its premiere in 1896. So Joe has taken this and put a spin on it for the Isle of Wight. So it's Mr. Ubu, you will be king. What could possibly go wrong? That's what it says on the back of the programme. Oh, it was so funny. So funny. So I'm going to read some bits from the programme. It says, welcome. Well, this is cool, isn't it? Our brand new adaptation of Alfred Jarryd's Ubu at the brand spanking new department. Thanks for being part of it. And as I say, the department only just opened. I'm recording on the Saturday, the 12th of April, 2025. The department actually opened as a community hub on I think the 13th of March. So just a few weeks. Just amazing. And so, you know, thanks for being part of it. There are lots more shows coming up, but I'm going to concentrate on what I saw last night. So this says about the show. An Isle of Wight obsession? Oh, you bet. Back in 2021, as part of Joe's Masters in Playwriting at the University of Manchester, he wrote The People's Republic of the Isle of Wight, a solo comedy show about island independence. It was a sellout hit at Ventnor Fringe and even went on to win the first ever Audience Choice Award. No big deal, right? But that wasn't enough. In 2022, he came back with another Isle of Wight comedy, Born to be the Weather Wizard, as he embarked on his quest to become a local celebrity, because who doesn't dream of that? It left Sandy, Quivers and Randini quaking in their celebrity boots. They are all local celebrities. Then in 2023, he created Bob the Half a Sausage musical, and I so wish I'd seen that, because that was based on another local person. Very, very funny. I'm sure. I know it's funny just from the title, which had another sellout run at both Ventnor and the Key Arts. I got into my swimming shorts and covered myself in daddy's sauce and then was slapped in the face with a Frankfurter. He had the time of his life. He loves making niche Isle of Wight comedy. It's his jam. It riles up the small-minded locals, gets under the skin of a few Tories and gives DFLs, that is, down from Londoners, in case you're wondering, a bit of a poke with his Isle of Wight prodding stick. If he's got people banging on his office door threatening to start petitions because he's made fun of where they live, well, then he feels like he's truly done his job. Mission accomplished. The Isle of Wight is a very special place, but let's be real, it's stuck in its ways. People here are obsessed with a rose-tinted version of its Victorian past, prioritising preservation over regeneration. This had led to things like empty hotels decaying on the seafront in Sandown, incredible theatre spaces left to rot under private landlords, and a population imbalance that's slowly turning us into a floating retirement village. It's all a bit, well, let's say quaint, but not exactly forward thinking. But here's the thing. Everyone has an answer. Everyone thinks they know how to fix it. And that's why he thought, why not make Ubu the king of the Isle of Wight? Let's see what would happen if a tyrannical, absurd leader took over this little patch of land. What kind of difference would he make? Spoiler, probably not much, but we've had a damn good time watching him try. The world is a bit of a madhouse right now. As Trump creeps back into the White House, Putin's still invading Ukraine, fighting rages in the Middle East, and the planet itself feels like it's spiralling. Well, it seems like the right time to put on a play like this. It's funny how real-life madness can make a silly, absurd show about biscuits and tyrants feel strangely relevant, right? Now, don't get me wrong. This is Joe's speak. Don't get me wrong. He says he's not claiming that this play full of over-the-top characters and people hurling biscuits at each other is going to change anything. It's absolutely not. But if we can keep poking fun at the madness around us, just maybe one day people will start seeing it for what it really is. And in the meantime, at least we'll get a good laugh out of it. So here's to Ubu, to madness, to the Isle of Wight, and to the absurdity of it all. Let's keep taking the piss out of the chaos, because honestly, what else can we do? And then it says, please send your complaints to joe@horseboxtheatre.com or the letters page of the County Press. So Joe Plum, this is Joe. He created the Horsebox Theatre, and he is the artistic director. He's the artistic director and founder of the Horsebox Theatre. And then there's a whole list of credits of things he's done. I will try and reference this in the notes underneath, but I'm not going to read all that now. This is Callum. So Joe played King Ubu. Callum played Mrs. Ubu. Ashley played everyone else. And there's credits for all what these guys have all done, and they're such fun guys. They were amazing. And this is Tammy, and Tammy played Caroline Yaw. And I say it like that because that's what she said. And she was representing a reporter from the County Press, which is our local paper here. Paul McLaren was the designer, and everyone else. Paul, and he is part of the Shade. He founded the Shademakers Carnival Club in 1991. Shademakers is an amazing carnival company here on the Isle of Wight. They've performed. I don't know, everywhere. They've performed in so many different places, and including. They were invited to be in the parade for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, representing our beautiful little island. I don't think it can get much better than that. So we are so lucky on the Isle of Wight to have this team of people. And that was such an amazing show last night. And I just want to say, if you get a chance to go to the theatre here in Ryde, well, please take that option. And the theatre is only a few minutes from the seafront, and on the seafront you can get across from Portsmouth to the Isle of Wight and be at the theatre, at the department at the theatre, in a matter of minutes. The hovercraft comes across in 10 minutes, and then another 5 or 10 minutes up the road, depending on whether you walk or take a bus. You're in the theatre. What an experience. Why not come to the Isle of Wight for the day, go to the department, have a look around the museum, have coffee in the cafe and book a theatre ticket, and then get home at a civilised time. You can either come across by the hover or the fast cat. It's amazing. But I know that I will be going to the theatre again. Well, I'm going to the theatre again tonight, because tonight they're putting on Tell, and Tell is the story of the building that they're using. So it's now called the department, but it was a department store. It was Pax. Elizabeth Pax was the lady who founded it, and I got to look at all the exhibition and look at all the exhibition notes. But tonight I will get the full story in the play, and it's become a wonderful hub of the community. There's so much in that building, but I'll do another video about that, because really I just wanted to make this about the Horsebox Theatre performance last night. So funny. Yes, Lots of biscuits all over the place. Oh, crumbs. There were a lot of crumbs. There was water. There was, there was laughter. And I have to say, the costumes were very simple, but they were amazing. You know, I now know what to do with all my Amazon cardboard boxes, because there was, the king had medallions around his neck, all made out of cardboard boxes. The Paul had he was the bear, and he had a wonderful headpiece as a bear, and it was fascinating. It was all made out of cardboard. Recycle, you know, just an amazing thing. Everybody gave a good performance, and the room was full. So if you get a chance to go and see the Horsebox Theatre performing there in the future, please do. But also take a note to see what else is going on. I'll put links underneath the video so that you can, you know, see the links for the Horsebox Theatre, the department store, and all the other things. So please check out below. And, you know, just if you get a chance, please do go. I mean, so many productions. There's other productions coming up. The Red Shoes is coming up in April and May. I'm not quite sure what else is coming, but I will do more videos to tell you. But absolutely brilliant. I'm so glad I went last night. You know, it was just hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. A real hoot. Absolutely bonkers. But then, you know, that's the sort of thing I love. Bye.